Hi, this is Paul with ZenGenius, and I'm here to explain how to apply vinyl lettering to your store. Glass surface, plexiglass surface, could be anything really. What vinyl does is it gives sort of a more professional look to your store, being that you've taken the time to meticulously craft something that'll be very finished looking. Want to explain the tools and items that you'll need to do this. First and foremost is the vinyl that you'll have produced. Either you'll have it produced or the company that you're installing it for will have it produced. So you've got that item. Next is a glass cleaner, some paper towels, some blue painter's tape, like sort of a low tack tape to sort of hold the vinyl up. Next, a level, a small torpedo level, a tape measure, a burnishing tool. This is a little bit more of a specialty tool. A lot of times these will come packaged directly with the vinyl that you'll be receiving, or a lot of times there will be extras sort of on job sites that you may actually be able just to ask, hey, can I actually hold on to one of these so I actually have it in my inventory. You'll also want a pair of scissors, and possibly you may even want something like an X-Acto knife, something with a nice, very sharp little point on the end. Okay, now that you've actually got your vinyl centered, leveled, at the right height where you want this, what you're going to want to do, just as a final little precaution, just give yourself a little spray on a towel, lift your vinyl up, just kind of wipe the glass down underneath. The reason you want to do this is just you don't want to get any little dust, particulates, anything stuck underneath the vinyl, which may cause little bumps or wrinkles in the vinyl. Take a little bit of your tape again, and this top edge here, what we're going to do is take it, sort of apply half of the tape onto the vinyl backer here and half on the glass, sort of run a piece all the way across. Rip that off. You're not going to want to exceed the end of this with your tape, partially because what we're doing here is we're creating a hinge, and if you go past this, it'll sort of buckle your material a little bit. So sort of stop just shy of each end, and that way it's creating a nice little hinge for us. What you're going to want to first do is really look at your vinyl, and again, just to understand what the vinyl is, there's actually 3 layers to your vinyl. There's sort of a back piece, which is this white paper. It's kind of got like a waxy surface. They're sandwiched between the 2 pieces is the actual cutout vinyl lettering, and then the front piece is this sort of clear, sticky paper. So now, with that done, you're going to take your burnisher tool, and sort of, what I like to do is sort of give myself sort of a pre-rub down here, just to get any extraneous air bubbles, things like that out. Because depending, some vinyl vendors, they'll deliver them flat like this. Other vendors will have them coiled up. And it may sort of cause the materials to buckle a little bit. So just by sort of giving it a rub down, it gets any air bubbles out, and it also, again, on those 3 layers, you've got your front again, the vinyl, and then their backer. With that rub down, it's just ensuring that the vinyl is actually sticking to this front part. So what you're going to do next is actually sort of lift your paper up and start to peel this backer paper off. Just ensure again, with that rub down, what we want is the vinyl to stick to this front plastic surface. And sort of work it off slowly. Try to keep the material sort of floating out from the glass just a little bit, as you don't want the vinyl to stick in the wrong spot. Okay, what you're going to want to do is use your burnisher tool, starting at the top. The material is sort of floating out from the surface. Work from the top, work down the center, and sort of out toward the edges. What you're trying to do is keep all the air bubbles out from underneath the material, because that can create little ripples and bumps. So sort of work that down, work out toward the edges. Okay, now basically, after sort of doing the rub down, removing the paper, applying, rubbing down, removing the outer surface, we're left with our vinyl on the glass. Okay, as a side note, vinyl lettering is very narrow, which makes it a lot easier to apply because you're not going to be getting a lot of air bubbles. But let's say you do have a larger surface like this, you may actually get little tiny bits of air trapped under there as you apply it, even if you take as much care as you can. What you can do is take your X-Acto blade, sort of squeegee all the air as much as you can toward one location with your X-Acto blade, right, just the tip, puncture a little hole right in the center of the air bubble, take your burnisher, kind of squeegee the air right toward that hole, and for the most part you can actually get the air bubble removed. So, one final thing, always take your Windex again, give yourself a little wipe, clean off any extraneous tape marks that may have been left behind, any fingerprints from where you were touching the glass. Nice finished surface, and that's how to apply vinyl. Thanks for watching Zen Genius tutorials, and for more information, contact our website at www.zengenius.com.